I am Austin.
I am Adrian.
And you're listening to the Bad Games, Bad Language podcast.
Hey, I'm back here again at the beginning, as usual. And I just have to say right now that my audio for this episode sounds like hot garbage. I am very sorry. No clue what happened. I'll try to fix it for the next episode. And besides that, the music I did mention at the end is all from different artists, and you can find it all in the description below. You should check them all out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I will be trying to fix whatever happened because it is not great, and I'm really sorry about that. I hope you guys can enjoy it, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.
I did it! Are you happy?
That looks fucking terrible, my audio. I shouldn't have done that.
Just spike.
It was fucking, yeah, from top to bottom. Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. All 5 of my dear listeners.
Lovelies.
Lovelies, my beautiful, dearest.
Stealing that one from the Good Grumps. The Lovelies.
Is that from...
Game Grumps used, when it was, I think it was with Danny, they would call their fans Lovelies, which I always thought was honestly really funny.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I always loved it. It made me happy. So, anyway, hello, welcome.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Hi. So, yeah, remember how I've been next episode is gonna be better.
Well, this episode is gonna be better.
I've done actual planning for the episode, and I'm totally gonna do stuff. It's just been the past 2 episodes that have been fucked. I'm sorry.
It'll be this
I haven't had time to do jack shit. Yeah, you're in it for this bullshit.
Yeah.
For a full hour. So if you don't want this bullshit for the full hour, find a better podcast.
No, don't. Stay here. Hang out.
Yeah, you should
grab a drink, grab a coffee, grab a beer,
smoke
a beer, smoke a beer, drink a weed.
No, that's not.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
I'm not sure you actually understood what I said.
I don't know what you said. So, please cut that out. Or at least censor you saying that word.
That's really terrible.
I did not realize that's what you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was really bad.
Yeah,
probably should have said that.
That's fine. You could go the extra mile.
Defense,
go the extra mile and just edit over yourself, and instead of saying that, just make it say dick.
I'm gonna find a voice clip of Alex Jones saying it and just put that on it.
Or just change it to the frogs! The gay frogs! The water's turning the frogs gay!
You know what? I think from now on, whenever I have to censor something, you saying a certain word that you said in the first episode, or calling my family a bunch of...
things that I'm not allowed to say?
Yep. I'm just gonna insert a clip of Alex Jones.
Screaming the frogs are gay.
Screaming the frogs are gay.
The water's turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, the water is turning the frogs gay, and the liberals... I wish I could do an Alex Jones impression.
The liberal media is turning the frogs gay. The water in the liberal media is all gay with the frogs.
And
the frogs
chemtrails, don't forget the chemtrails.
Hey man, chemtrails are so real.
Yeah, man.
Have
you ever actually seen the plane?
My dad actually does talk about it every now and again. And
I feel that though. My family is full of conspiracy theories.
See, I don't care here or there with the theories, but the only points on the chemtrail thing that sounds semi-reasonable is you see a lot of the same looking big-ass planes up in the sky leaving no trail whatsoever, and then you see some of them leaving just a fat, thick white cloud. Which, I mean, yeah, they used to all do that.
Maybe they're going faster.
but like also just why, you know? Like it doesn't. If they have planes that are efficient enough to not leave that trail, why are some of them leaving it? But at the same time, I don't care.
You don't mind being turned gay like the frog?
Yeah, I'm okay with being a gay frog. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's cool, bro.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone.
Everybody's
Chemtrails
cool
are
to be a gay frog.
Okay, the most recent... Actually, let's talk about conspiracy theories, because my parents... they're very weird. They're selective in the ones that they believe. So,
So do they not
for
believe
example,
that the frogs are gay, but they do believe that George Bush did 9/11?
Yeah, something like that, basically. But, like, for example, have you heard of 5G?
What? 5G?
Like, yeah, like for the internet, your phone internet?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, apparently, according to a fucking, oh shoot, I don't have a word for it in English, but basically sensationalist media. There was this YouTube channel, which is all about conspiracy theories and shit, and they had a bunch of crazy-sounding people talking about how 5G is going to kill everyone and give everyone cancer, and how there's already proof that 4G is giving people cancer, and nobody's doing anything about it, apparently.
And
really? Yeah. And they're even bringing up stuff like, in this city they were cutting down trees, and they're doing that because they have to put 5G there, and 5G doesn't go through trees. And I'm just sitting here like, huh.
I don't know how to respond to that one, honestly, other than a simple what in the fuck are they thinking?
I'm not sure, but there's a lot of people saying a lot of dumb shit, and I don't like it. It's actually kind of like, it ticks me off a lot because it's very sensationalist and trying to get clicks, and it had millions of views, and it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, like what's the point, you know?
They never gave any reasoning. Like, it's not like, oh, Apple is doing this to, like... Or, like, for example, Google is selling your information to advertisers. They blatantly are doing that. That's not a conspiracy theory. But you can see the motive. You can see the method that they're doing it through. You can even fucking read it in some of their, like, fucking the terms of service. Like, it's in there.
They tell you that that's what they're doing.
It's very blatant. And there is, like, a buyer for it. Who the hell is buying cancer? Is China trying to do this to us or some bullshit? Like, that's a stupid conspiracy theory. Like, there's no, like, train of thought that
I have to sell the cancer to the Chinese.
No, the Chinese are selling the cancer to us.
Oh, the Chinese are selling me the Hawaii cancer that is banned in the U.S.? Hawaii? Oh, why, Hawaii, are you banned? Oh, man. I'm so sad.
I think you're pronouncing that wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii.
Is it Hawaii?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh.
The Chinese phone company.
Yeah.
I thought you said Hawaii for the first 3 times.
Hawaii.
That's why I was laughing.
Aloha.
Chinese.
Mahalo.
Yeah. Chinese Hawaii. It's like, okay.
Oh my god, last night when I looked up, I was so convinced that Hawaii, like, Hawaiians just spoke Hawaiian that I had to look it up last night because I was like, that's totally not a thing, but like, that's exactly what I was believing. So then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, they just speak Polynesian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learns real quick is stupid.
I mean, it happens. Oh yeah, and the other, okay, let me bring up the other conspiracy theory that my mom keeps insisting on bringing up is that Google is listening to her while she's talking, because whenever she starts searching for something, she immediately finds it in the recommended. Like, let's say that she's talking about, oh, I really need a cheesecake recipe. She starts putting it in Google, cheese, and she immediately gets cheesecake recipe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, that's an obvious result.
To getting,
That proves nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, though.
I feel like there's a lot of, like, weird conspiracy theories like that. Something that isn't a conspiracy theory that my parents question a lot and don't believe in for no good reason. And I know you most likely have something to say about this. Multi-level marketing. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom doesn't believe that Amway, which is a company that she used to work for, she doesn't believe that it's a pyramid scheme, even though it is a pyramid scheme.
there's a lot of companies out there that are pyramid schemes that like even people that have worked for them and like even people that are like a part of it don't believe it because there's like I don't know, it's the ways that they go about explaining it to you when you're a part of it, you know.
Yeah, also my mom didn't work like directly in the pyramid scheme. She wasn't selling to anyone. She was in like the management sector. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Cuz she a boss.
She is actually. She makes more money than my dad.
Mama Bear a boss bitch.
Okay then. Yeah. But but yeah, it's actually like it's totally a pyramid scheme. And like it's such a fucking I've been listening recently to this podcast, which I would recommend. Thing is that it's only on one site and it's called Stitcher. We're on there too, but they're exclusively on Stitcher, which is just really like stupid and weird.
Well, give them that exposure for our whole, like, 1,700 gajillion people that love us so much.
Of course.
That's a lot of people.
Millions of people that, yeah, I know. I was like, you're going to say 7, and then you just went into the millions, and I was like, no.
Mm-hmm. Like, interesting. He doesn't know how to count.
Numbers? Okay. We don't know those.
So, what is the podcast?
It's called
Sorry.
The Dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it is all about MLMs and all about how they're just rebranded pyramid schemes that go off and like they hunt down minorities and they're really shitty. And I'm saying hunt down, but like they specifically target like women that are like mothers, single mothers sometimes, and like they just sell to them and they like try to get them in because they're selling basically independence financially.
Yeah.
And like all this stuff and just really like weird and shitty. That's why a lot of them are like beauty products and stuff. Because they're appealing to women.
I have actually a question on the topic of beauty products now. What the fuck happened to that shit we talked about like 2 or 3 episodes ago? Or did we not post that? The whole like with Tati and James Charles, is this like resolved and everyone forgot?
We did not post that.
Good. But did everyone forget about them? Do they not exist? Is Tati bad now? Who's bad?
Okay, well, if somebody has no clue somehow, about what's going on, Tati Westboro? I can't remember her last name. Tati and James are both these beauty channels on YouTube, and they have their own brand and stuff, and Tati like always helped out James, and then James did an ad for Tati's competitor. And so Tati's like, what the fuck? And after that, I kind of lost track.
Yeah, I don't know how it resulted, but I do remember seeing Tati bad after a couple things.
It keeps going, the blame keeps going, okay, well now it's James Charles' fault, now it's Tati, now it's James, now it's Tati. Like, at this point, I think they're both garbage.
I just wasn't mad at either of them as like everyone else seems to be. All of the internet seems to get so frustrated at a person just because they hear a bad thing about them. I mean, I could tell you a lot of bad things about me. I punched a phone the other day at work because I was angry. You're not going to hate me because of that. It was really funny.
It is funny.
Man, that phone had it coming. I snapped it right in half.
Nice.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself. I'm not even strong. I'm weak as fuck and I did that. It was a pretty shitty phone.
A new phone.
Oh, really? Is it nice?
Yeah, it's my mom's phone.
Oh, so is it nice?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nicer than the one that I had, definitely.
What kind of phone was it?
It's an iPhone.
Is it like the 7, or what is it?
Let me pull off the cover because I don't have any clue.
Is it a big one?
It's semi-big. It's bigger than the one that I used to have.
It's semi-big.
Wait, okay, it does have... Okay, you can tell, like, pretty easily what model it is from this. It does have an audio jack.
Oh, so it's a 6.
Maybe?
Or
but
5.
It's, like... It's bigger than...
Well, 6 Plus.
I think it might be the 6 Plus, yeah.
I have the 7 Plus, and it's, like, the same exact phone, except, no audio jack, because thank you,
no
Apple.
Audio jack.
Thank you, Apple.
Yeah, that's such a fucking, like, a backwards way of thinking. Because you know that they totally just did it to sell their, like, little headphone earpod things?
Yeah, well, my phone
it's
came
so
with
dumb.
the dongle. The new phones don't come with the dongle. And yes, it actually 100% is called a dongle. I say it sounds funny, sounds like a joke. It's not.
It sounds like penis.
It does. It sounds like I'm saying dong, but it's
like
dongle.
A dong. Austin just loves his dongle.
Dongle. Okay, I'm done with that joke. Anyway, so they sell the dongle separately now. Like, it doesn't come with the phones, I'm pretty sure, is what somebody was telling me. And that's
This is like just a new version of microtransactions.
yes. So yeah, EA owns Apple. Thank you. So fucking there's a splitter you can buy, because the most inconvenient thing for me, like if we're recording, is like when my phone's almost fucking dead and I just can't, because it's just almost dead.
Your phone, but
So we have to sit there and waste time and play games and lose all of the energy we have because I have to charge my fucking phone. But they make a splitter that you can charge and listen at the same time. It also half the time never fucking works, and they're really expensive and hard to find.
Also, do note, you could just have an actual audio port.
Yeah.
You know?
Or just put in an audio port. That one wire that you brought down for the audio in your charger, Apple, please just, the guys making these phones, take that wire that goes down for the audio to the charging thing, move it back over like another half an inch like it used to be. Put a little circle in there. Give me my old headphones back.
I have to admit,
if not, fuck you.
Just to like cut in, I have to admit, my favorite thing that came from that new iPhone release thing was just a video of a guy saying, "It's still in there," and drilling a fucking hole into the iPhone.
It's still in there!
It's legitimately one of my favorite videos, because it's like, oh god. And apparently there's like a history of people making dumb videos trying to like convince people, like somebody made a video going, "You can charge your new iPhone by putting it in the microwave."
Dude.
And a lot of people did it. And there was a lot of broken phones.
There was some video I saw back when I was like 12 or 13, and the more I see it again and again that I get older, the more I realize how much of a joke it really was back in the day, and I didn't catch it at first because I was a really dumb little kid, right?
Sure, I feel that.
Like, for whatever reason,
I still am a very dumb little kid.
Yeah, I am, honestly. But I didn't realize this guy was making, like, this good of a joke. So he takes an old VCR and he goes, "Here's a life hack with your VCRs. You pop this cover off, and inside you've got an iPod Nano." And like he just keeps digging into it, and he's just like, "And over here is actually something better than your VHS. I don't know why they put these in here, because these came out years later, but here's a portable DVD player. Oh, and another iPod Nano." And then he's like, "And over here under this compartment is 20 grand, and don't forget to have the marshmallows, because the little monster inside the VCR gets really hungry, and then after you give him one, he'll move out of the way, and there's a nice brand new iPod video." All inside of a VCR, and it's like this whole life hack video kind of deal, because life hack videos and shit like that were like a huge thing back when I was like 13. Like, they were... Now I guess they are, but they're really shitty like Instagram channels, and they're really, really shitty life hacks. But like back in the day, the jokes on life hacks were fucking... It was so good. It was actually really well put together, and I loved it because it was such a professional video, but it was just such a joke.
Yeah, life hacks have had this weird thing where they were funny, then they became like ironically funny, and then they're like garbage.
Life hacks bad.
Like, there are channels, like I remember seeing this channel the other day, William Osman. He uploaded a video trying out some of the life hacks, and in one of them he grabbed some razor blades, put them in the water, and connected it to a wall power.
Yeah, then he boiled the water.
Heat up the water. Yep, the water turned out to just completely get full of rust and just went black as fuck.
Yeah, and then he drank it.
Yeah, he fucking drank it.
He fucking drank it.
I mean,
yes.
I would have fucking called poison control on him at that point.
I have to interject just for a moment. I know this is going to be a little off topic, but I feel like we owe it to our listeners, the few of you that are still here, that we need to kind of explain a little bit of what our podcast really is at this point. Because when we started we still don't know at this point. We didn't know then, but you can very clearly tell we don't talk that much about games because...
we get off topic.
There's also no like decent games that I'm playing lately. I'm replaying old games. That's all I've been doing. I just bought Borderlands 2 yesterday. Everybody's played Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2?
Yeah, and everybody we already shat on it, and I'm playing through it now.
Yeah. God damn it! I'm gonna have to buy it too.
It's fun. It's also $60 to get the one that I have.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm not buying anything.
Yep, that's how I felt
When did
yesterday.
it come out? What the fuck?
Oh, it's because it's the Handsome Jack collection.
Oh my god.
Fuck me, right?
Is that the one that comes with all 3 of the games?
No, it comes with 2 in the pre-sequel.
Oh god.
Yeah, I wish it came
The
with all 3.
pre-sequel was ass.
The pre-sequel I heard was ass, but I still really want to play it.
Yeah. I actually got, God, that was upsetting. Like, forever ago when I went to the US and actually bought a PS4, so, like, a long time ago, I went back, like, later to just visit my sister, and, I stopped by a GameStop, and I got a game. And then I went back the next day realizing, oh, because I got Borderlands. And then I realized I got the fucking piece of shit prequel, and I was like, I'm not gonna play that, let's be honest. I don't give a shit about the story.
Do you still have it?
So I turned it in. Do you want to guess what game I got?
Dark
instead?
Souls 3.
No. Guess again.
Bloodborne.
No. Guess again.
One more guess and then I'm gonna
Bloodborne wasn't even out.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Fuck, I don't know. What'd you get?
Tomb Raider.
Fuck
it. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I remember, because one of the reasons that I wanted a PS4 at the time was because I had played on, for a while on my uncle's PS3.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And the 2 games that I played was, one, God of War.
Oh, so good.
God of War. Duh. And the other one that I played was Tomb Raider. And I was like, hell yeah, this is fun. Over the years, I realized, that's kind of ass.
Yeah. Tomb Raider, not good.
Yeah.
Uncharted,
Uncharted is better than Tomb Raider.
It's the same game, sort of.
There is, however, porn of Lara Croft getting fucked by a horse. So, take that for what you will.
We don't need to bring this one back up. You already showed me.
Oh god, the horrors of the internet.
Yeah, and they're really fucking bad. They really are. I don't want to see that picture ever again.
It's not a picture, it's a video.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is fucking terrible. Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure you told me that you'd already seen it when I showed it to you.
Yeah, I think I had. Now I've seen it twice. Let's not bring porn back into this.
How about, okay, just hear me out, just
All
a
right.
quick little pitch.
Alright.
How about we just change it and do a 180 into a porn
No.
podcast?
No.
The Porncast.
No. But I am going to
Porn
say
Cup-
this. Going back
Pornhub
to
should have an official podcast, just saying.
Pornhub's
right?
official podcast, and all it is
That
is
should
just
be a thing.
they get like a female porn star and a male porn star, and then just producers to sit down and chat about like what they do.
That would be fucking awesome. I would fucking listen to that.
Very, very interesting. I wouldn't be that into it, but I know you would be, and I know there's a lot of people that would be. That would
It'd
be
just be
fucking
probably
funny.
like really funny because like these are like considering that they're doing porn, like what the hell has happened to their life? Like they probably have some pretty interesting life stories, man.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel like that would be interesting.
Yeah, especially have you seen some of the clips when they had Riley Reid, I think it was, on Logan Paul or Jake Paul's podcast, whoever it was, one of those Pauls.
Sure.
She literally says something along the lines of like, what was it? I don't know. I couldn't say it word for word, but she basically ended the sentence in something about sucking your dad's dick, and I was like, oh, okay. Like Riley Reid, the really, really well-known porn star who's just a massive slut. She's terrible.
Porn stars that have vaginas.
Yeah, I know.
You need to get that through your head.
No, she's more than just a porn star, though. She is definitely... She's profound in the fact that she's a YouTube connoisseur, I guess. She's all over the YouTube and all over the Pornhub. And I think she also fucked a dog or something. I could be wrong on that one. I don't know. Riley Reid, please don't hate me. You're super cool.
I wouldn't put it.
I want to see your titties.
God damn it! I mean, you can just Google.
I know. I want to see them though. Riley Reid, hit me up. I'll give you the best 30 seconds of your life.
Okay. the implications here are just not something that I want to touch.
Good.
Moving on.
Let me say one more thing, and this isn't exactly about porn, but it is sort of. I saw a video, and it is an older video, and I really loved it. It's a Filthy Frank video, one of his older ones, and it's a pink guy just rapping porn names. He's trying to rap porn names and trying not to laugh.
That's pretty good.
It's really good because it's just him in the pink guy outfit, and like
later.
I will. But like he just sits there and he's just saying these absurd, like really absurd porn names, and like after a couple like you know, like the short names that are like just too funny.
Yeah.
He would hit one of those and just like instantly turn his face left, and like you can see he's like trying his hardest not to just die laughing. So then he turns back at the camera and does like that really gross underbite look up face kind of thing. The disgusting Frank face, you know? Sure. But it killed me. It was very
also,
good.
Can we talk about Filthy Frank for a second? Because he's legitimately like kind of impressive in the way that like, because at the time YouTube was basically just shutting him down. Like, he was not, like, YouTube was not in a good place to be uploading that sort of content.
Oh, he's iconic too. He's so iconic.
Like, he got big because people shared his stuff around, like, blatantly.
Yeah.
He wasn't, like, discovered by, like, oh, recommended or whatever. You're not gonna get that shit in recommended. He, like, well, I'm probably gonna step on some toes because I don't remember a lot about YouTube. I was young. But, like, he grew just because people were sharing him around, mainly because it's such a shock factor with what he's doing.
Well, yeah, but also it was
comedy.
It was the comedy, but he was at that very volatile state of YouTube where you could do that shit, but only for so long. And then YouTube started cracking down on all this stuff, but they never, they didn't take down, you know, very many of it. There's like maybe one video of his that they had to take down because it was a little bit iffy, but it's been re-uploaded like 100 times. Like you can find it everywhere. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But like also, even the hair cake stuff, like all that shit
was great.
You would only see that kind of stuff in like movies like Jackass, you know, because that's where that kind of gross shit would happen. But now it's on YouTube, and you have this group of fucking idiots doing it, and they're just charismatic and funny, you know?
They are legitimately funny, and a lot of like something that I wanted to say was like a lot of his friends, like what is it, Anything for Views and Max,
iDubbbz.
Yeah, iDubbbz. They've all said the same exact thing of he got out at the exact right time. Which is both good for him and kind of sad because it's like, oh, well, shit. Also, the fact that he has an actual music career is just fucking awesome for me.
He's really good, too.
Joji, go listen to that, guys.
Yes, please do. Have you heard of the second coming of Filthy Frank?
Oh, you've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
I think you actually mentioned it on the podcast.
Yeah, so I brought this up one time. Now that we're talking about Filthy Frank, I want to give this guy, you know, I know it's nothing for us to shout anyone out, but I do want to do that because nobody's seen the second Filthy Frank. He literally named his channel Filthy Frank TV 2. His first, like, 2 videos are these, like, obvious fan things, and then I think he, like, had something snap in his brain because he instantly was like... Like, he was like, I'm gonna be Filthy Frank. I'm doing this. And at first, people hated it. They were so not about it. They thought it was such a dumb thing and that they should just let Frank die. And now, the way he's doing it's actually so overly well done. It's impressive, you know? Like, he knows the entire Filthy Frank lore. He's trying to build off of it. And the only difference is, like, at the end of Filthy Frank's whole story, where he finished it, was he got sucked into a hole or whatever and blah, 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 and then the book came out. That's the end. So, the other side of the hole, Filthy Frank comes out, and he's a white guy? And that's kind of the joke right away. And he sounds just like him. So there's like, if you were to close your eyes, you wouldn't know fucking difference. It's the same fucking.
Or if you were blind.
Yeah, if you're blind, you still think Filthy Frank is making videos.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out to my blind homies. You got the good luck. Filthy Frank's alive. Yeah, if you think fire truck is yellow, high five me. Yeah.
I don't think that's colorblind.
Yeah, shut up.
I mean, I guess it can also apply because he's white. I mean, if you're stretching it out to that extent, I guess.
Oh man, you should definitely check him out if you want to see like it's pretty
What was
pretty
his name
good.
again?
Filthy Frank TV 2.
Alright,
It's
cool.
definitely surprising, and he made a video recently about Filthy Frank impersonators, the copiers of Filthy Frank, and he calls out all these fucking like really just poorly done channels, like these just channels that don't really deserve much reviews because the content is just like this lol so
Yeah,
random
mediocre.
blah blah blah, and it's shit.
Oh, that's always the worst.
Yeah, like random can be funny. It
Yeah,
very
it
much
has to be done
can
right
be
though,
funny.
and it has to be the right person doing it.
Not,
It's
like,
not like I can just say kittens, Massachusetts, and mashed potato. Ha! Funny. Ha! That's not how it works.
So he calls out all these channels that are just like this, they think Filthy Frank is just the lol so random. There's nothing behind it. There's nothing else, and that's how they see it. And he calls out all these channels except for one. And the reason he left this one out is just to fucking ruin it for her. Like, literally put her face in the thumbnail. Doesn't even talk about her. Just shits on. He, like, calls out all the impersonators, calls them all, like, fakes, and how I'm your boy. I'm the real Franku, and all this weird shit. And, doesn't even mention
like
it.
the items content cop on Rice Gum.
It's the same
Logan Paul in the
idea.
thumbnail.
Same exact idea, yes.
That's brilliant, by the way.
It's
He
so
did like Rice Gum totally wanted the views from that,
Mhm.
and he did not get them.
You mean
And
Jake
he
Paul
made a fool out of
wanted
himself. Yeah.
Jake Paul wanted them views. And he even afterwards was just like, well, I wonder what he would even say about me. Bro. Because Rice Gum did that same thing. He's like, well, what could he even possibly say about me? Like, come on, man. What
Yeah,
are you
you
gonna...
can just tell that he obviously doesn't even understand the guy's content.
Yeah.
He says something like about like him being Asian.
iDubbbz really needs to do another content cop. And I
Of
don't
course
think
he
he
does.
can, but he does need to do another one. And he doesn't need to do it
Doesn't he
specifically...
even have, like, a patron or something?
I think he does.
Patreon?
He doesn't need to do it specifically on one YouTuber. He needs to do it on YouTube itself.
The ultimate content.
Like,
cop.
for real, though. He needs to do a content cop on
I can
just
see that being a
YouTube.
thing.
Like,
Yeah. Things that, like, if you're going in on YouTube, it has to be, like, that would take, like, months and months of research,
Mhm.
because, like, it has to go far back.
well, he,
And, like, like, all of his content cops have always been, to some extent, informative about why. So he'll,
But-
like, go back and reference things that happened years ago.
yeah, but he also
For
takes
this,
a lot of
it's
time
like-
for each content cop, So it's like, it would
Of
be
course,
reasonable. Like, he does months in the takings for each one of them. That's why they're high quality,
Yeah.
except for fucking, the first, like, one or two, which are why they got so big, because they were just, like, perfect one-offs, and they were great.
I don't remember what the first ones were.
First one was Jinx Reload.
Oh, fucking Jinx.
Yeah.
Fucking hat.
Yeah. Yeah, him.
Does he even do anything anymore?
He probably still reacts to shit.
And talks about how he's on the grind.
I'm on the grind, reacting
How
on
you gotta
YouTube grind.
grind. Yeah.
Gotta grind on that stripper pole to make that money now, Jinx.
Yep. Are we grinding?
Oh,
we have to grind
jeez.
harder?
My cat is meowing excessively, so I apologize if you hear this.
I heard it now. I'm gonna amplify it in post.
Please don't.
And make it the intro.
Hey, buddy. Calm down. It's okay.
So
And
yeah,
now,
your Vietnam flashbacks.
I feel like he has that, because, like, he just, like, he'll start meowing super loud for no reason. Like, absolutely no reason. And I'm just sitting there like, what is wrong? And it's like, I imagine, like, just in his head, all he's hearing is just gunfire and explosions and just, like, people coming out of the trees. And he's just like, meow! Meow! And just all in his head is just fucking explosions
You can see
everywhere.
the fucking helicopters overhead.
And then it's just
God.
fucking, I ain't no unfortunate one, it ain't me. Every
Isn't
Vietnam
it
movie.
funny that, you remember, Christ, I forgot the name. Fucking Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of funny that it just randomly halfway through became a Vietnam movie?
That movie's really good.
It's a good movie, yeah.
It's, well,
Also, she totally rapes him at the end. Just saying.
yeah, there's a lot to that movie that I think it takes more than one time watching through to really understand.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of like subtleties to it, especially because it's coming from Forrest's perspective, and he doesn't know a fucking thing.
Yeah, totally.
So, like, at the one point in the movie when he says something about his friend invested in an orchard and got a lot of money, he invested in Apple. The company, Apple.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. I haven't watched the movie in forever.
Like, something like that. And, like, a lot of this kind of shit there. Like, they make these subtle references, and, like, on the TV,
totally.
every, like, new act, I should say, or new chapter of the movie, they show the TV,
so
and the TV shows a reference of like about what time it would be, you know, or the time frame of what it would be around what year, and shit like that is super super interesting. That whole movie is just actually really well done, and I'll shit on it all day because it's funny to shit on. But like Forrest Gump, high quality movie. It's
pretty good.
You know, it's a really high-quality movie? Edward Scissorhands. I'm just kidding. It's really not, but I do love it.
I think I watched, like, 5 minutes
It is
of it.
actually really, really weird.
I bet it is.
The beginning's the weird part, because it's like, you know, he's in this fucking weird abandoned building with this old dude who's just trying to make people, and he gives him scissors for hands while he's also trying to make him hands. And then he ends up killing the dude. Like, Edward accidentally kills the dude because he's, like, trying to grab the hands or whatever, and I think he stabs through. I don't really remember. I watched it when I was a kid, but I remember, like, that movie really resonating with me because I thought it was really good, and then I watched it again, and I'm like, damn, this is really edgy and weird.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like there are a lot of movies that just don't stand up to, like, rewatchings anymore.
Yeah. Now, Star Wars, however, still
I was about to bring it
to rewatching because I've never watched it. No, I'm kidding. It probably is.
I know.
I played Lego Star Wars 3 because I have PlayStation Now. Since we're still talking about Star Wars, I played Lego Star Wars 3.
I don't have PlayStation Now.
Yeah, because you can't get it in your country. Poor people, third world country.
Stop drinking pills.
I'm taking headache medication. I'm sorry. I have a very bad headache. I have slept for 3 hours.
Yep. This is our 3-hour energy podcast.
3-hour energy. Buy some today. My cat's just...
Not as in you get 3 hours of energy, as in you're only running on 3 hours of energy.
Yeah. Ugh. It's really, really terrible to have to take pills because my head. So I have Bully just running in the background.
Oh my God.
I'll go back to Lego Star Wars in a second, but this is interesting. So, Bully's an older game, and I get with older PS2 games there can be some issues. I just watched a kid walk through 2 walls, then get stuck inside of a wall, then fall over, and they get knocked out in this game, so basically they die. Then he stood back up, and then he appeared in my character's room, which, fun fact, people can't come into your room in this game.
Well...
So I'm not even playing, I'm just standing here idle, and that just happened in front of me. I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. That was fucking weird.
Well, why didn't you talk about Bully, since you already brought it up and you've been playing it this whole time?
Bully's a very old and kind of fun game if you really like just kind of being a dick in video games. Bully has a story, basically, like...
Did you just cut out?
Did I? Hello?
You cut out for me. God fucking damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. So what I was saying is, I'm not cutting out now, am I?
No. I think.
Oh, God. What's going on with our lives? Anyway. Just let me know if I start cutting out.
We're just doing a call.
Yeah, just let me know if I start cutting out, but I'm gonna just kind of explain this a little bit. Bully has this story. Essentially, your character is the troublemaker kid. He's been expelled from all of these other schools, and your mom is a real bitch, and her new husband is also just a big douche. Like they're really just the worst parents like in the entire world. They're very rude. And this kid also isn't the greatest, but he's got some good intentions as kind of the idea.
He's a result of the situation is sort of what
yeah.
it seems like.
So he gets sent to Bulworth Academy, the worst possible school in the entire country is what they consider it in this game. And everybody right away just doesn't fucking like him. The principal there doesn't like him. The fucking chick that is like the secretary just is like a complete bitch to him for no reason. There's this fat bully dude that comes up and like punches you in the face right away. And it's just a clusterfuck. This whole game is just a clusterfuck. And the story's semi-decent. You get this underdog kid who everybody hates right away, and by the end of the game, everybody in the entire town is just pretty chill with him.
Also, alright story, I guess.
And you also get to beat up the guy you meet as soon as you get here. His name is Gary. He's a really psychotic kind of... He's very weird. They do very good, like, I'd say... character building in this game when it comes to like who the main people are, because Gary is, you can get right off the bat, he's just very deceptive, very maniacal, and he's kind of trying to help Jimmy out a little bit, but at the same time kind of trying to fuck him over.
Sure.
So it's interesting.
Just a chaotic character in general.
Yeah, no, he's definitely 100%, like, for this game, he would be the embodiment of chaos for this game.
Sure.
Because all he wants to do is ruin everyone else's good time and, in his quotes, be the king of the school, or whatever, some shit like that.
Fucking high school, man.
Yeah, the ending of this game actually is, like, really epic. You climb to, like, the roof of the school and kick him through the roof and fall through with him or something. Something that should kill you guys, but you're fine, you know?
But video game logic, so you know it's okay.
Yeah, no, it was very cool though. It has a lot of fun times. You can throw firecrackers at kids, throw them in trash cans, ride a skateboard, ride bikes, ride go-karts, do like mini games and stuff. They have go-kart races, bike races, arcade games, a lot of shit. It is just a very big game. It's made by Rockstar, so it's what you should expect.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
games are good.
It's like a baby GTA. It's not GTA, but it is GTA. It's if there wasn't killing in GTA. If it was just you walking around and harassing everyone you ever met.
Beating people
you
up.
can wedgie kids in this game.
I know, you've mentioned that quite a few times to me by now. Also, can I use this to just segue into books?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
Well, I have a favorite series, which is very small, and I used to do a lot of reading. I'd mainly read a lot of, like, fantasy books, which, I mean, whatever.
Percy Jackson.
Something... Yeah, sure, whatever. But no, what I would actually go for was I wanted to see, like, a lot of indie writers. So, like, just tiny writers, and I'd go on Kindle, because basically anyone can post on Kindle, apparently.
Yes.
Believe me, I've seen some hot garbage on there. And I'd go through and I'd just read a bunch of different authors and see, like, their stuff. And some of them are god-awful. A lot of them are god-awful. And they just don't know what they're doing, and they're either, like I've read a bunch of, to put it in perspective, I've read a bunch of books meant for teenage girls.
Because you are,
so
in fact, a teenage girl. If anyone was wondering.
Girl in the body of a 90-year-old man. That's how I got this beautiful voice. But yeah,
I hope everybody pictures you as, like, just this old motherfucker wearing, like, a little schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah. Get
Somebody
that image in it.
Give me
Long
fan art.
beard, bald head, a bit of scruff at the back, like just a tiny bit of hair of what's left. I do have hair in my ears, and my nostrils and my beard and mustache and all of that, they're all one, like, thing.
Yeah, they connect.
They're one being. They connect completely. My nose hair, and my mustache, and my
He's
beard.
basically
down to my dick.
like every other wizard in every other movie, but not every other wizard from every other movie.
And I do have, like, humped back.
Yes.
And I walk with one leg only. The other one...
I was thinking you were just going to say walk with a limp. No, I walk with one leg.
I was gonna
I
say with the
just
limp,
hop.
but then I was like, you know what?
I
No, I'm
just
going
hop.
full in.
I just hop on
just-
one leg.
Yeah, no, I just slide.
You're just
I slide
consistently
across
doing a
the floor.
baseball slide. It's like home plate. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm constantly skating.
You got one Healy. You just got to heal.
Yep, exactly. That's what I do. That's it. I'm an old man in a tutu with a long ass beard, bald head, on one leg. The other leg was
Can we get
just
Adrian
cut off.
in Samus costume?
What?
I want you to be dressed up as Samus, from Metroid.
Why?
Because it'd be funny if you had that face, but they made you just sexy Samus. With one leg
God.
and a hunchback.
With one leg and a hunchback. Okay, I'll take it.
One leg and a hunchback.
God.
With Heelys. Like,
Shoot, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
I'm
Like,
trying to, sort of bring it back, but it's not happening.
I'm still
Fucking
so stuck
Christ.
on the image of you just fucking old as shit. Okay. You were talking, you were reading little girl books because you're a little girl.
Oh, shoot, yeah, right, that's where we brought it up. I was reading teen books for girls
For
that
teens.
are fantasy. Yeah, but specifically for, teens that are also girls. And so, that means that they're all trashy romance novels.
Yes.
But with fantasy in them. Which means they're trashy fantasy romance novels, which means the guy does try to fuck a mermaid.
You can't fuck a mermaid. You can only mouth
It's
fuck
really
a mermaid.
shitty.
And tit
it's
fuck a
really-
mermaid. You cannot fuck a mermaid. They don't have...
They have a hole in their chest, man. How do you think they reproduce?
They have a hole in their chest?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
mermaid
just right in
lore?
between their...
Do mermaids just tit fuck?
Yeah, that's how they reproduce.
I'm okay with that.
God fucking dead. I mean, they don't need lungs.
I do.
I know, this has been a terrible conversation.
It's
but
pretty
basically,
good.
There's a, with that specific type of, girly, teen books, it's always an edgelord. The guy that they're trying to fuck, that the main character's trying to fuck. The main character is always half useless.
Yes.
So, she's slightly Cinderella. She tries not to be Cinderella. She is Cinderella. It's if this is a book that's for a teen girl, you should be empowering her instead of making her fucking look up to a bitch that can't even do anything for herself.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry, that was
isn't
frustrating
that
to me.
90% of the female population that we see that's over the age of 25 without a job? This isn't to single out all women. I'm saying over the age of 25 and without a job. If you are a woman and over the age of 25 and without a job, you probably read these books when you were younger.
Oh, you're talking about people that just want
That just
them,
don't
to
do
be-
anything for
don't
themselves.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of that.
Yeah,
around
people
here.
that just want to get married to a guy with money.
Yeah, very, very overly self-important women that
You phrased
don't
that
understand.
really poorly. You made it sound like anybody that was over, if your sister lost her job, that she was also in this room.
Yeah, she is in this group. I'm kidding. She has 3 jobs.
Yeah.
She doesn't need
I don't think she's in that
anything
group.
or anyone. She is savage.
Yeah.
That's something
But,
I'm very proud of. My sister's fucking probably she's the
a good
embodiment.
role model, I
she's
think.
the embodiment of I have my shit together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think she's a good role
100%, and that's really cool. It's very respectable. She also, as I mentioned to you previously, and she doesn't care whether it's public or not, but she came out as a
I mean, we're not saying her
homosexual.
name or anything.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
came out, and that was really cool because she was super scared to do that. And I mean, it's been years in the process of coming out like that. Because I
Yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
had an idea of it when we were younger. Because she was never she just wasn't into dudes. She never had
Sure.
dude friends. She never had them around. The ones that she was friends with, she wouldn't be anything like that with anybody.
Yeah, she did
But
never
she-
show that interest.
Yeah, but she always had, lady friends and stuff like that, They a lot of them.
Sure.
And that's normal for girls, but she was always just more interested in being with them versus any, guy
Yeah.
or anything. And she had
Totally.
boyfriends and stuff back, 3 or 4 years ago.
Sure.
And she broke up with them in very random ass ways that completely ruined them.
Yeah.
But also the few boyfriends that she had are also gay.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like they're gay now.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Like, it's not that she's like making them that way, but like
No, of course not.
It was very clear to us that they were too. Like one of them, this kid Chad, would come over. And
Chad.
That's his name, yeah, Chad. He would come
Bless
over,
your soul.
and this kid was very, very, cool. He was charismatic. He had like a lot of personality traits that you would pretty much only see exuded out of somebody who isn't straight, because a lot of straight guys are
Was
very
he in
much
theater?
to them. Yeah. I mean, so was I, but I'm not a big old gay.
Yeah, I know. That's just a bit of a meme at this point.
Yeah, it honestly though, every
Gay
theater
kid.
kid is just
Gay
gay.
kid.
Yeah. But like, so
Yeah.
he was one of these nerdy, weird theater kids, and he had a little bit of a tone about his voice that you don't really hear out of every straight man. He had the feminine tone, and it's like, okay, and this guy, he's like about our height, like 6 foot. He's relatively like dad bod, but biggish, not huge. He's not like fat, but he also had the fucking biggest beard, and he's just the hairiest possible person. And about 7 months later, after the whole like them breaking up, he sends her this picture of him in full drag, shaved chest and everything, and goes, "You were my inspiration." It was the creepiest thing.
Okay,
The
see,
single
I'm supportive-
creepiest thing. Like,
I'm
it's cool
supportive
that
of
he's
the-
trying to
like,
do that.
Yeah, cool for him. That's creepy.
You don't need to send that to my sister and go, "You are my inspiration." Bruh, like, literally dressed up like Lady
That's
Gaga.
fucking... Yeah.
Not
like,
even kidding. And it looked
Good
really,
for him
really
to
weird. Because,
dress like
like...
that, but like... Why would you just randomly share that? Like... It seems... Okay.
Yeah, no, it was super weird, and it was
That's
really,
weird, yeah.
really entertaining. But, like, all of this stuff that she had dealt with had, like, kind of led up to, like, her finally doing this thing, and it's made her significantly happier. She's had so
That's
many
always
issues
good.
in the past and stuff like that, and it's just really cool to see, like if there's anyone out there that is struggling with the situation of coming out or anything, just do it. Don't worry about the consequences,
Well, actually-
because you could have issues. If your fucking parents are gonna get pissy about it, whatever, they'll support you eventually. If they don't, then well, they're probably not very good parents. Sorry.
Well, okay, yeah, so here's the thing. I agree to some extent, but I also want to add, like, because there's a good point that I saw in, like, some video forever ago that was basically saying, yeah, you should come out. Maybe not yet. Because, like, sometimes people are in situations, well, if I come out to my parents, I'm literally going to be out on the street.
Yeah.
So, like, wait until you can say fuck you to them and survive on your own, and then I would suggest go for it and tell them. Because, like,
then be like,
sometimes, like, unless you actually know that your parents are okay with it, in that case, go for it. But if you're not sure and they seem kind of
Turn
like
the friggin'
homophobic,
frogs
maybe,
gay.
or like they don't support that in any way, shape, or form, it might be better to just hold off until you're at a like more secure place.
Yeah, this is
Then
also
let them
dependent
know.
on where you're from as well.
Of course, yeah.
If you're in the U.S., not 90%, but a big majority, at least of parents at this point, would all agree we'd just, rather see their kids happy. They, if they're
Yeah, but,
having
like, for
any kind of an
example-
issue, then it'd be better to just, like, get it talked over, because there's just a lot of shit that goes on, especially with, like, young teenagers nowadays. They're so angsty. They do so many, like, crazy things, and, no parents want to fucking
Yeah.
have that kind of issue. It's like, if you're gay and you're having troubles, like, if it's really something that is just eating at you and you really just need to fucking let it be a thing, go let it be a thing. Just tell somebody, talk to somebody. You don't have to
at the very
specifically talk to your parents about it. Just talk
tell
to somebody.
about it. I
You
agree
know?
with that. That I can 100% get behind, because it's always important to just, even if you're telling your fucking cat,
Yeah.
just get it out there, because if not, it's gonna eat away at you
Mr. Kitty,
eventually.
I'm such a super big gay. Oh, I'm so gay.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's good to at least bring out the fact that there's always support, in that kind of a situation, especially because it's
like
Pride
online
Month.
especially, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, Pride Month, hell yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that was a thing.
It's Pride Month right now, so
It is.
it's definitely cool. If you're wanting to be a gay, that's cool with
Sure.
me. I know I say it like that. It's because it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It is a joke. You're not cool if you're gay to me. You fucking. I'm just kidding.
I have to fucking bleep that, you asshole. We were doing so well.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to say that one.
No, you aren't.
I forget. But yeah, no, like I said, it's Pride Month, and there's definitely, at least with the people around me, there's been a lot of that. Like, you know, some people need support, or some people have gotten it, and it's been like very wholesome. Like in my sister's case, when she did her whole thing, my dad was very like here or there on it. He was kind of like, okay, I don't really know how I feel about it. And then she brought some girl home, and they were having a wonderful time with each other. You know, nothing weird. They seemed happy.
Yeah, just talking and.
I mean, we haven't seen my sister real happy in a long time, because she had some real serious shit happen when she was like 16 or 17 that we will mention another time. But yeah, she's gone through a lot of like depression issues and stuff, and it's you know, it's been a hard time, and she fucking finds this one chick, and it's like the happiest we've ever seen her. When she was with these dudes, like she didn't fucking care about them. It was very clear she did not give a shit.
Just you can see the difference in how they interact and stuff.
Oh yeah, and she seemed like she had such a great time with this one chick there. But she also, you know, ended up leaving her too, because she's crazy. Which is fine.
There's all those crazies out there.
She doesn't know what she wants right now, but she does know that she doesn't want to be with dudes.
Sure.
Which is cool, you know. At least she figures that out for herself. It's a start. It's a good step.
In the right direction.
Yeah. Everything takes time, you know?
Sure. And there's no rush. But yeah, like, I don't know how we're going to end this now. I don't know. Like,
we're not going to end it. We're going to keep moving. That's how things work. That's how life works. We keep moving forward. Want to play a game of hopscotch with me? Let's do it, baby.
Ah, damn. Hopscotch. I haven't played that in forever.
Did you ever play Foursquare back in elementary school? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Foursquare is the fucking shit. I remember that.
All the fucking rules that people made up. God
yeah, dude. Foursquare was my shit, though. I remember being the top dog, the number 4 square, the last square in. And just fucking me and the square next to me would always team up on the fucking first two, and just like consistently. Yeah, yeah, we were those kids.
The rule that we had is that the person that was like at the very top could set the rules, basically.
Yep.
So if they said everybody against this one person, everybody would just gang up and immediately just murder them. Like, it's fucking.
I'm harassing little kids. Wait, that sounds bad.
Oh my god.
I walked forward.
You were doing so well.
Walked forward, there was a little kid, I punched him, and it said I was harassing little kids.
On that note, we're going to end it. You can contact us at the BGBL podcast at gmail.com, at Twitter, BGBL, all caps, podcast, lowercase, and we don't have any other social media right now that we want to share. If you like this podcast, please share it with anybody that you think would be interested, and I hope you enjoyed it.
If you like memes, go follow our Twitter. See ya.